Hello everyone, this is Just a Dad. Today I'm going to do a comparison between these two Ninja Pods and Grounds coffee makers. On the left, I got the Ninja Specialty Pods and Grounds coffee maker, model number PB051. It's got a milk frother, retails for about $130. It is on sale sometimes for around $99. This is the newer one. It's called the Stone color, model number PB041ST. It's on Amazon, retailing for around $99. Sometimes it is on sale, but it does not have a milk frother. Now they also sell one at Walmart without a milk frother. It's going to be identical to this one. This one's $99 at Walmart. It's identical to this one. Okay, so first I'm going to show you the differences. Then I'm going to make a specialty drink with the milk frother. Then I'm going to make a coffee, iced coffee with the Stone one here. Okay, so both these coffee makers will brew a standard K-cup. You can do an over ice or a standard coffee, and you can also use your own coffee grounds. They both have this hidden drawer here. This is where the coffee grounds, you can put your own coffee grounds in here. This one's got this also. So these things have a lot in common. This one has the built-in milk frother. You're gonna rotate it out, hold the button down, and it'll froth some milk. That one does not have it. They both have a removable water reservoir around back. Up top, the control panels are the same, but the one with the milk frother, we've got an extra brew. We've got this specialty brew. So we can do classic, rich, over ice, and a specialty 4-ounce brew with a coffee, ground coffee, or a K-cup. Over here, we can do classic, rich, over ice. We don't have that specialty brew. We can do all of those, all the different sizes, except the specialty brew. Now, the theory behind this specialty brew is if you use a K-cup or your own coffee grounds, it's going to brew only 4 ounces through a coffee to give you an espresso shot. It's going to mimic one. It's going to be a really concentrated coffee so that when you froth your milk and add it, you can have a latte or a cappuccino. Both these machines know what adapter you have in. Here I've got the K-cup adapter in. Over here I've got the coffee bean, which is your ground coffee. So if I'm going to use my own coffee grounds, it changes the display according to what I have installed. Okay, so let's make a latte over here on the one with the milk frother. I'm going to use a K-cup. Put the K-cup in. It's going to pierce the top and the bottom. We're going to select specialty brew. Okay, so before we brew that, let's froth our milk. I got some almond milk here. I had heated up in the microwave for about a minute, and now we're simply going to froth it. You simply put it in there. Keep it right below the surface. This does a really good job of frothing milk. As long as you keep it right below the surface. Okay, so I did that just a little bit longer. We can see there's the hot milk, there's our foam. We're gonna put it down here. And again, I got specialty. I'm just gonna hit the brew button now. Okay, so it's gonna start brewing. What's nice about this is easy cleanup. All I gotta do is disconnect that and I can put that in the dishwasher or go over there and clean it. So it brews a little bit, then it pauses, and now it's gonna finish the brew after it pauses. Okay, so now it's finishing the brew. We can see the coffee's going in there. I'm going to add some syrup to this. This makes a really good latte. All right, it's finishing up. It's going to beep at us to let us know that it's done. Yeah, that's going to taste delicious. Stir some syrup in there and that's going to be really good. And again, I can use my own coffee grounds for that specialty brew. I just need about 2 to 3 tablespoons of coffee in the adapter, and I can use my own coffee grounds. Okay, so now let's make a travel mug and an iced coffee in the Stone one. It's going to be exactly the same for the one with the milk frother, but I'll show you it in this one. So this is a really pretty coffee maker. The color is Stone color. So we have lots of options with this coffee maker. We can brew a coffee and an iced coffee with a K-cup, or we can use our own ground coffee. We can brew into a travel mug. We can brew into an iced coffee with our own coffee. I'm going to show you how to do all of this. Okay, so the coffee maker has a water reservoir that is removable on the back. Very nice. Up top here, this is where you're going to put the coffee K-cup. So there's the K-cup adapter, and we got this brew basket. This always has to be installed, but we have this hidden compartment right here. We'll open it up. This is a reusable filter. We can put our own coffee grounds in here, and this will hold a whole bunch. We can brew up to 24 ounces through here, and we can put up to 7 tablespoons of coffee in here. So we can really fill up a travel mug with some nice strong coffee. And there's where our K-cup adapter goes. And I like that both of these store. So whichever one you're not using, you store it in this little compartment, and that way you're ready to go. Now the screen will change accordingly. See how that's a coffee bean? That's because I have the coffee bean installed, which is ground coffee. Now the display has a power button, and I can do a classic brew, a rich brew, or an over ice. I can do a 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 18, or 24. And then when I'm ready, I just hit the brew button. When I put the K-cup adapter in, that's going to change. And now I can still brew classic, rich, over ice. I can do 6, 8, 10, or 12. I can't go any higher than 12. And when I'm ready, I just hit the brew button. So let me explain. When we do an over ice, we're going to do an over ice first. When I do an over ice and I've got 6 ounces selected, it's only going to brew 3 ounces through that coffee K-cup, or if I'm using my own coffee grounds, it only brews half of what it says. That's because you're going to fill your tumbler full of ice. The ice is going to melt. That will get it to the proper dilution that it needs. Same with 8. It'll just brew 4 ounces of coffee. That's a really concentrated coffee, but it's going to be hot and it'll melt your ice. Same with 10 and 12. Now you can brew an over ice with any standard coffee K-cup. Again, a single needle on the top, single needle on the bottom. Just put the K-cup in, close the lid. We've got over ice, 6 ounces. So I'm going to brew my over ice with 8 ounces. I'm going to hit the brew button. I've got my tumbler full of ice. And I can brew my over ice with if I got my own coffee grounds, I just use the coffee grounds adapter, put how much, there's a scoop on the side here that's going to tell you how much to add. And then you can select those different sizes for an over ice with your own coffee grounds also. It's a really quiet coffee maker, so it's going to brew a little bit, and then it pauses for about 10 to 15 seconds. It may think it's done, but then it's going to continue the brew. Now again, that's coming out really hot. It's going to melt the ice, but then you'll end up with the proper dilution. I've got some milk. I got some syrup. You can drink it like that. It's still really bitter to me. I have to add some milk and syrup. Okay, it's going to beep at us to let us know it's done. Again, that's a really concentrated coffee, but it's going to melt the ice. It's already cold, I can tell. I like to add about 2 tablespoons of syrup, maybe about a tablespoon and a half. Then you can add whatever type of milk you'd like. I'm adding some oat milk. Now again, I could have made a bigger size, but this is just the right size for me. This absolutely tastes delicious in this coffee maker. Up top here, be careful, this K-cup will be hot. You can use the adapter to take it out and empty it out. Now I can brew a hot cup of coffee also with a K-cup. And when I brew it on a classic brew or a rich brew, it's going to brew whatever ounces I select. So you can put a coffee K-cup in here, select 8 ounces, and it'll brew an 8-ounce hot coffee. Okay, another really nice feature is let's brew into a travel mug. Let's use our own coffee grounds. I'm going to store the K-cup adapter and use the own coffee grounds. Again, this has got a really nice filter. Now there is a maximum line right there. That's about 7 tablespoons. Now the scoop holds about 1 tablespoon, but it's got some measurements on the side. So I'm going to brew the 14 ounce, and I'm going to use 3 to 5 of these scoops. I'm going to use about 4 scoops. Okay, so I got my coffee in there, give it a little bit of shake, close the lid. Now we simply just set it up here. Again, close the lid. It knows I have the coffee bean in, or the ground coffee adapter, so I can go all the way up. Let's do a 14 ounce. And then you just hit the brew button. I'm going to do a classic. If I did a rich, it's a little bit slower brew. It does the same amount, but let's do classic and brew. So it starts brewing right away. Now it is going to pause. It makes you think it stops brewing, but what it's doing is pausing the brew. Then it's going to pick back up again. Okay, let's measure the coffee coming out. It's really hot, be careful. About 186. You end up with a really hot coffee. Now the reason I like using my own coffee grounds for travel mugs is K-cups can only hold 2 tablespoons of coffee. That's about enough for an 8 ounce, maybe a 10 ounce coffee. But for big travel mugs, it's nice that you can put a lot of coffee in that filter and brew a lot of coffee. Okay, so that took less than 2 minutes. I've got a travel mug full of nice hot coffee that tastes delicious. Up here, cleanup is very simple. You're gonna open this up. I can take this whole basket. It's got a plunger that's gonna keep it from dripping. So let's see how it brewed. Yeah, it did a good job brewing the coffee. So I like that after you take the coffee grounds out, these parts are dishwasher safe that you can take out. You can even take this little part off right here, comes out for cleaning. So for me, I really do like the one with the milk frother. These are going to be so close in price. You know, right now this one's cheaper than this one, but typically this one will be the cheaper one. I do like that stone color. This Pods and Grounds coffee maker was a game changer. There's no clock, there's no brew later, not too much electronics. This is in the running for my coffee maker of the year. And the reason I say that is being with the milk frother, being able to brew into a travel mug with your own coffee grounds is a pretty special deal that not a lot of coffee makers do other than when you brew into a full carafe. But this one does single serve K-Cups also. Be sure and check out my Facebook group page. I'm branding my own coffee, Just a Dad Dark Roast Simple Sip. We're working on bag design right now. But you can follow along on the Just a Dad Videos group page on Facebook. I'll be doing my free giveaways there. I'll put links to both of these in the show description notes. I am an Amazon and a Ninja affiliate. If you click on the link, the product won't cost you anymore, but I do get a commission from the sale. It is a way of supporting my channel. I bought these products with my own money, and I was not paid for this video. If you would like to see this coffee maker compared to another one, please leave them in the comments down below. Yeah, to do this video, I actually had to go upstairs and get this. This is my current coffee maker that I'm using right now. Also under the video, if you could give it a thumbs up, that really does help out my YouTube channel. Again, I really appreciate everybody's support. If you could, please like and subscribe.